Good afternoon or morning, people. Or I guess you might be watching this at night, but you really shouldn't be. Um, so I it occurred to me over the weekend that you guys are not high schoolers, and you guys change related arts every quarter and not every semester. So I need to introduce myself all over again. So, hi, my name is Eliza Gardenauer. I am a junior at DB High School, and I am the daughter of Diana Gardenauer. You guys probably don't know her because she moved to Sevier this year, but she was a teacher at Robinson and now she's here. But yeah, I'm her daughter and I love to read. I love to draw. I'm in the band. I play clarinet for any of you clarinets out there. I am in Science Olympiad. Stay if you guys are in Science Olympiad. It's very cool and I love science a lot. But yeah, that's just basic facts about me. So for this week, we are going to be reading the first chapter of Fish in a Tree by Linda Mullally Hunt. And I'm going to read you the synopsis. Allie has been smart enough to fool a lot of smart people. Every time she lands in a new school, she's able to hide her inability to read by creating clever yet disruptive distractions. She's tired of being called slow and loser, but she's afraid to ask for help. After all, she thinks, how can you cure dumb? However, Allie's newest teacher sees the bright, creative kid beneath the troublemaker and helps to shine a light on her gifts. Meanwhile, Allie gets to know Tell It Like It Is Keisha and science and facts obsessed Albert, who also break the mold. The three stand together against others who are not so kind. As the outsiders begin to fit in, surprising things begin happening in Allie's classroom that show her there's a lot more to her and to everyone than a label, and that great minds don't always think alike. So I think this sounds very interesting. I might read this myself, but I'm going to start reading it to you. And I'm going to start, as always, with Chapter 1, In Trouble Again. It's always there, like the ground under my feet. Well, Allie, are you going to write it or aren't you? Mrs. Hall asks. If my teacher were mean, it would be easier. Come on, she says. I know you can do it. What if I told you I was going to climb a tree using only my teeth? Would you say I could do it then? Oliver laughs, throwing himself on his desk like it's a fumbled football. Shay groans. Allie, why can't you just act normal for once? Near her, Albert, a bulky kid who's worn the same thing every day, a dark t-shirt that reads Flint, sits up straight, like he's waiting for a firecracker to go off. Mrs. Hall sighs. Come on now, I'm only asking for 1 page describing yourself. I can't think of anything worse than having to describe myself. I'd rather write about something more positive, like throwing up at your own birthday party. It's important, she says. It's so your new teacher can get to know you. I know that, and it's exactly why I don't want to do it. Teachers are like the machines that take quarters for bouncy balls. You know what you're going to get, yet you don't know, too. And, she says, all that doodling of yours, Allie. If you weren't drawing all the time, your work might be done. Please put it away. Embarrassed, I slide my drawings underneath my blank writing assignment. I've been drawing pictures of myself being shot out of a cannon. It would be easier than school, less painful. Come on, she says, moving my lined paper toward me. Just do your best. 7 schools in 7 years, and they're all the same. Whenever I do my best, they tell me I don't try hard enough. Too messy, careless spelling, annoyed that the same word is spelled different ways on the same page, and the headaches. I always get the headaches from looking at the brightness of dark letters on white pages for too long. Mrs. Hall clears her throat. The rest of the class is getting tired of me again. Chairs slide. Loud sighs. Maybe they think I can't hear their words. Freak. Dumb. Loser. I wish she'd just go hang by Albert, the walking Google page who'd get a better grade than me if he just blew his nose into the paper. The back of my neck heats up. I don't get it. She always lets me slide. It must be because there are for new teacher that she can't have one missing. I stare at her big stomach. So did you decide what you're going to name the baby? I ask. Last week we got her talking about baby names for a full half of hour of social studies. Come on, Allie. No more stalling. I don't answer. I mean it, she says, and I know she does. I watch a mind movie of her taking a stick and drawing a line in the dirt between us, under a bright blue sky. She's dressed as a sheriff, and I'm wearing black and white prisoner stripes. My mind does this all the time, shows me these movies that seem so real that they carry me away inside of them. They're a relief from my real life. I steal up inside, willing myself to do something I don't really want to do, to escape this teacher who's holding on and won't let go. I pick up my pencil and her body relaxes, probably relieved that I've given in. But instead, knowing she loves clean desks and things just so, I grip my pencil with a hard fist and scribble all over my desk. Allie! She steps forward. Why would you do that? The circular scribbles are big on top and small on the bottom. It looks like a tornado, and I wonder if I meant to draw a picture of my insides. I look up at her. It was there when I sat down. The laughter starts, but they're not laughing because they think I'm funny. I can tell that you're upset, Allie, Mrs. Hall says. I'm not hiding that as well as I need to. She's such a freak, Shay says in one of those loud whispers that everyone is meant to hear. Oliver is drumming on his desk now. I fold my arms and stare up at her. That's it, Mrs. Hall finally said. To the office. Now. I wanted this, but now I'm having second thoughts. Allie. Huh? Everyone laughs again. She puts up her hand. Anyone else who makes up a sound is giving Anyone else who makes a sound gives up their recess. The room is quiet. Allie. I said to the office. I can't go see our principal, Miss Silver, again. I go to the office so much I wonder when they'll hang up a banner that says, Welcome, Allie Nickerson. I'm sorry, I say, actually meaning it. I'll do it, I promise. She sighs. Okay, Allie, but if that pencil stops moving, you're going. She moves me to the reading table next to a Thanksgiving bulletin board about being grateful. Meanwhile, she sprains my desk with a cleaner, glancing at me like she'd like to spray me with cleaner, scrub off the dumb. I squint a bit, hoping the lights will hurt my head less. Then I try to hold my pencil the way I'm supposed to instead of the weird way my hand wants to. I write with one hand and shield the paper with the other. I know I better keep the pencil moving, so I write the word "why" over and over from the top of the page to the very bottom. One, because I know how to spell it right, and two, because I'm hoping that someone will finally give me an answer. And that's it. That's the first chapter. I personally, I might read this. I find this book very interesting. But I'll return it to the library and buy my own copy so that you guys can read it too for yourselves if you want to. I think it's really interesting, and if you guys want to check this out, then it will be at your library. Or you could maybe find it at the Kingsport Library if it's checked out. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good week,